Attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Brandon Ingram's out there with Williams, and it's Favors in at the center position. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris, and it's Barton in at the 3.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Ingram kicks to Redick. Pass to Holiday from outside the arc. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. And while Murray is known, Brent, for his outside shooting, he's very strong with his in-between game as well.
Yeah, he's got a lot of options offensively and getting more and more in contact with Jokic on those high screen and rolls. Devastating, Kevin, when he gets to that left hand, gets around the free throw line and shoots that high floater. There are nights where he does tons of damage with that.
Here's Holiday. Ingram wide open. A three-pointer off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Great concentration from Gary Harris. Without much effort, rises up and knocks down the pull-up J.
And Redick kicks to Favors. In the corner, it's Ingram. Millsap with the steal. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Shoots over Redick. Harris's shot is off.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Jokic kicks to Barton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown, they grab their own miss. Millsap, Williams with the block. And Holiday has it in the corner. And it's all evened up.
That's confident shooting there from Jrue Holiday. Got his coaches and teammates saying, yes, take that one.
Outside Millsap. Passes to Jokic. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Bucket is good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Holiday, the pass to Favors. Tipped away and stolen by Harris. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Hits the jumper in space. Harris has got 6.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Murray against Holiday. Outside, Redick. Holiday looking over the floor. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
Harris against Redick. Barton outside. Over Ingram. Can't connect from 13 feet out. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here to the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
Holiday against Murray. And there's the pass to Jokic. Kicks it to Barton. Pass to Murray. Denver passing it around. Jokic denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. For New Orleans, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Count that one.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Murray outside. Millsap passes to Murray. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
A good decision making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific feed.
Murray against Holiday. Outside, Redick, a 3-ball. Martin with the rebound. Nuggets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Here's Murray. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Amazing how much the offense has changed around the center position and the way Jokic can see the floor.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Ingram. Now off the inbound.
And a masterful defensive job by Barton as the shot's going up. That length certainly can alter some shots if used correctly.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Well, Brent, now many can deny that Gary Harris is an absolute pest on the defensive end.
Yeah, pretty relentless on that end of the floor. Defensively, he's rugged and tough, and he can cover a lot of ground with that lateral quickness.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And the Nuggets, one of the better offensive teams in the league, but they play at a slower pace.
Well, they played last year at the 4th slowest pace in the league. Maybe one of those reasons is the 5s that they use in Jokic and Plumlee coming off the bench are not the most agile players in the league. Got to wait for those guys to get their way down into possessions in the half court. But when they were down there, they were pretty effective and pretty tough to stop.
And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Outside Holiday. Here's Favors, and then Favors with the dunk.
There is no coach that does not ask his point guard to distribute the ball. Holiday did just that with that dime.
Harris outside. Passes it to Barton. Millsap looking it over. He kicks it to Murray. Denver gets it back. Here's Jokic. His 4th shot, his 4th miss. Still looking for his touch tonight.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
He gets it in there.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
To the inside, and Millsap slams it in.
Well, at 6'8", Millsap is still a threat to get up in the air and get those down.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here's Hart, covered by Beasley. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
And he can't get the first one. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way. It was a terrific sophomore season for Monte Morris, one of the best assist-to-turnover ratio guys in the league. The former Iowa State Cyclone got a lot of rotation minutes and was huge in the playoffs as he came in as a spark plug off the bench.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And for Morris, Brent, a great success story on a two-way contract player.
Yeah, you got to give credit to the Nuggets and the way that they operated their G League team and the way that Monte Morris was able to develop with a lot of minutes there and then come in and be an impact player. More and more teams being conscientious of how they're using the G League. Monte Morris, a success story from that sort of production.
And offensively, how do the Pelicans go from good to elite?
Well, raise your hand if you want more shooting. And I can see David Griffin raising his hand. That's what it's about for these guys. Tough to win in this league if you don't have the floor spacing. They're going to play at a great pace, but, man, could they use a few shooters.
Ball no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Here's Plumlee, cans it from short range. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
For his career, more than 3/4 of Plumlee's basket have come within 3 feet of the rim, so you know he's going to take it inside.
The pass to Hart. Back to Ball. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Here's Morris. Pass to Craig. And here's Beasley. 5 on the clock. They get it again.
I love when guys still use fundamentals to box out and rebound. He cleared his man out effectively on the box and then stepped towards the ball to grab it.
And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Count the basket.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's Hart, covered by Beasley. Hart kicks to Ball. And the Pelicans miss again. On offense, here are the Nuggets. They're on a 16-7 run. Craig passes to Morris. Grant outside. Here is Plumlee. Pass to Morris. Lets it go. Connects. The jumper drops. And now a 9-point Denver lead.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Hart, covered by Beasley. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Okafor is checked in for the Pelicans. Jackson comes in for Ball. Denver leading by 9. Beasley outside. And Okafor with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. Here's Grant. No points in the game yet for him. 6 to shoot. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
A great season for the Nuggets last year, winning the Northwest Division. Kind of a tough way to go out in the postseason for them as they lost to the Portland Trail Blazers. But overall, a terrific direction and lots of room to grow that has them excited about the Denver Nuggets competing at an elite level this season.
.127 left to play in the first. Here's Hart. Back to Jackson. Sweet little floater. You know, Brent, for what the Nuggets did last season, they show they're going to be a factor for years to come.
Well, they had big wins over a lot of key opponents last year. I mean, really stepping up to the level of their competition.
Wow, hammering it in.
Well, clearly a mistake by the defender. Plumlee's a big guy that you have to wrap up, but if you don't, he can get and-ones.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
One shot.
A free throw off from Plumlee. You talk about solid role players, Brent. Mason Plumlee fits the bill.
Does such a great job consistently of coming in, being a physical player, setting screens and rolling. Probably an underrated part of his game is the way that he passes the ball, but never is going to get your team out of sorts with the way that Mason can play within his role.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Passes it to Morris. Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by Hart.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Yep, that one goes.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Morris against Jackson. 5 to shoot. From deep. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Denver on top, leading by 7. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old. I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So out there for the Nuggets right now, it's Morris and Beasley at the 1 and the 2. Plumlee out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Craig in at the small forward.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Feeds it to Plumlee. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, for people who question some toughness and determination, Plumlee showing off that he can finish through contact and growing in both of those areas.
Here's Hart. No good. Some solid defense from Grant. Here's Craig, guarded by Jackson. Moore against Morris. Here's the teardrop, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, such a big body, Plumlee does possess explosive verticality, and then, of course, a power finish.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. First free throw is good. With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent. But some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization to help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most. And that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Can't make it a distraction. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Shooting two.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
And last season, the shadow of Anthony Davis's trade request hanging over this Pelicans franchise, a lot to wrestle with.
Yeah, it was an interesting year for the organization with all the news on AD wanting that trade and then nothing happening and then resting him. But I'll tell you what, this wasn't just something where that problem was swept under the rug. The Pelicans decided to just blow that all away. New leadership in the front office, ownership, a revamped roster, the first overall pick in Zion Williamson. The excitement in New Orleans after that trade is on an all-time high.
The Pelicans have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
That one misses.
One area after watching Denver over the course of the past 2 years showing what they can do offensively is for them to improve on the defensive end of the floor. About middle of the pack last year. They can get into that top 5. They become very formidable as a finals team.
And for the Nuggets, I think they concede, Brent, that defense is a work in progress.
Well, that's why they jumped, though, last year, Kevin. 2 years ago, they were at the very bottom of the league, and last year showed some signs of getting some cohesion on that end of the floor. If they get into that top 5, Kevin, this team could be on their way to the NBA Finals.
First one falls for him.
6'6", 175. That's one wily athlete. Will Barton, tough to guard, given his height and his speed.
And he makes both free throws. Brent, on both ends of the floor, Will Barton is an effective spark plug for this team.
Yeah, he can fire you up out there, Kevin. He can do some things, obviously, defensively to get the team going and igniting the fast break. And then offensively, I know Mike Malone might not agree with all of the choices from Will Barton, but when he gets it going, it's an extra spark for this Nuggets squad.
And here are the Nuggets now. The Nuggets leading by 10. The pass to Harris. Williams comes with the double team. Here's Millsap. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Millsap's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Williams against Barton. Floats one up, and Williams lays it in. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Pass to Jokic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And Jokic, even though we look at his body and you don't think he plays physically, he can do that.
You know, Brent, passing is just one of the many things that Jokic does well on the floor.
Well, it doesn't look pretty at times, and there's not a ton of athleticism, but the cerebral play of Jokic, and then for teams to try to prepare, Kevin, defensively for a team offensively that plays from a point center, that's a bit of a mind job night in and night out. Denver's done such a great job of accentuating the skill set of Nikola Jokic.
And he makes the first. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
So he gets them both.
Well, the 6'10" Serbian Jokic is doing a little bit of everything. A decent scorer, a determined rebounder, and of course, an elite passer.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Murray surveying the D. And the shot goes in. Murray's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Double team on Holiday. Outside, Redick takes the 3. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Redick's got 5 now.
You can't let J.J. Redick get hot from there, and he usually starts the game that way, so this could be a long night.
And it's Jokic in the corner. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. He has 6.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Holiday finds Ingram. Again, the Pelicans score.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers in his sleep. The defense can't allow him to get going from there.
Harris outside. Murray against Holiday. The baseline J. Taken away by Williams. Ingram outside. The dish to Redick. Murray against Holiday. Back to Redick. Shot clock at 5. Takes a 3. That one's not going to go. And Denver the other way now. To the middle. Here's Murray. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Holiday with it. Now guarded by Murray. But they get it back. And Favors kicks to Redick. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And he gets it to go. Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Jokic passes to Barton. Shoots over Ingram, and it's Barton that time on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists tonight.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away. Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Shoots from the right block. That shot missing. Great D that time from Favors. Pelicans trail by 10. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Love whenever Ingram rises for the jam, just flushing it home in the face of the opposition.
Barton surveying the floor. Some solid defense from Ingram.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Holiday. Barton with the rebound.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Out to the right wing. Murray finds Barton. Now, here's Jokic, guarded by Holiday. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 8 points.
Nice looking mid-ranger there from Jokic. Money in the bank from that spot.
Holiday against Murray. The shot by Holiday, no good. And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. 10-point lead. Dishes it to Harris. Back to Murray. Inside. Harris, good. Harris has got the lead up to 12 now for the Nuggets.
Well, that bucket from Harris was all about perseverance. He takes his time and uses what he has of those muscles and puts it on the defense.
Holiday dishes to Redick. Knocked loose. Holiday against Murray. Launches it. Holiday with another miss.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Barton kicks to Murray. Pelicans with the rebound. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. Shoots over Barton. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Ingram.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Millsap with it. Williams picks him up. Outside Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter. Denver leading by 8. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Over Favors. Goes back up. And it's Murray laying it in. Murray's got 10.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Well, injury is such a reoccurring theme for the Pelicans in the past couple seasons. Funny to hear Alvin Gentry even joke about consulting a witch doctor down there in the Bayou. But new athletic trainer coming in, hired away from the Phoenix Suns. They have a tremendous and have had a tremendous reputation, hoping to improve their health of all these young players.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And Moore kicks the ball. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Hart the pass to Melly. He's with it. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back by Plumlee.
Showing good shot blocking skills at times. Plumlee gets all of that one.
Four on the clock. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Craig on the wing. Morris. He dishes it to Beasley. Grant surveying the D. 5 on the clock. Denver needs to get off a shot from deep three-point range. No good. Shot missing. And New Orleans will come the other way. Here's Hart, covered by Beasley. Hart kicks the ball. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And they get it back. From deep. No good from Moore.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Ball, the pass to Hart. And the Pelicans miss again.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Hayes. Here's Morris. It's tipped. And so it's Denver with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, what have you liked so far from your team, and what have you not liked?
Well, I like the pace of the game. Defensively, I don't like anything that we're doing as far as dribble penetration. Too many things are happening in the lane. We got to protect the basket a little better.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? Denver was looking great right away. During one stretch, they were leading by as many as 11, really playing as a unit. By the end of the first quarter, they ended up with a 9-point margin. In the second quarter, they faced a much tougher challenge, but they intensified their efforts and pulled further ahead, finishing 10 points up at the half. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
And Kenny, what'd you see from New Orleans?
They're being far less aggressive than they ought to be. The free throw differential is huge right now. It's threatening to determine the outcome of the game. So they have to get into the lane and challenge defenders to make them try to stop you.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Pelicans trail by 10. So for New Orleans right now, Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Williams is out there with Favors, and it's Holiday in at the point guard. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Nuggets now. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Redick against Harris. Outside Millsap. Williams with the block. Ingram outside. Passes it to Holiday. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Holiday's got the first basket of the third quarter for New Orleans. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Harris against Redick. Outside Millsap. 4 on the clock. Barton.
And really, Ingram is as complete a player as they come. Not only awesome on offense, but just spectacular on D as well.
Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Williams.
The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
Murray dishes to Millsap. Jokic trying to free himself up, but they recover it. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
That's not a bad heads-up play there for Murray, easily going into the contact and earning the whistle.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, in that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from 3. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
And so Murray nails both of them.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Holiday, the pass to Ingram. Left side favors. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 7th assist in the game.
There you go, finally getting one to drop. They have to be a little better now, starting 1 for 5 in this half.
And a slam dunk by Favors.
And for all the scoring and shooting that J.J. Redick does, showing right there why he's an underrated passer.
The Pelicans shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
One shot.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Martin passes to Jokic. To the left wing. Here's Millsap. Great D that time from Favors. Pelicans trail by 6. Williams in the post. He's covered by Murray. Holiday against Barton. Holiday, the pass to Williams. And it's sent back by Jokic. And he gets it back. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Harris with the ball. And there's the feed to Millsap. Lays it up and banks it in. Millsap's got 8 points.
Just continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
It's Ingram on the wing. And the Pelicans miss again.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Harris. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Pelicans trail by 10. Now Redick. He has 7. Outside Holiday. Down low. And a slam dunk by Favors.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now the pass to Jokic. Holiday against Murray. The rebound by Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th rebound in this one. Williams passes to Holiday. Over Murray. Millsap grabs the miss. The Nuggets leading by 8.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their 2 bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends.
Harris finds Millsap, and the shot is good. He's got 10.
Just competing right now. Millsap wanting to make the most out of that possession.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Favors dishes to Redick. Outside Holiday. Ingram outside. From deep 3-point range. Again, Holiday missing.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Barton against Ingram. And the rejection by Favors. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Kept alive. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
New Orleans shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. A different look for Denver. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Will Barton. And it's Malik Beasley in for Gary Harris. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Williams. Josh Hart comes in for Brandon Ingram. Frank Jackson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Drew Holiday. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. The Nuggets leading by 10. To the paint. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, you have to think if Jokic is that good a passer, his mind is always working. Why not work it to get contact like that?
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Grant's checked in. Free throw, good. Jokic. Pelicans trail by 13. And here is Ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. High arcing shot.
Grant's got some verts. I mean, it's all out there, especially effective on getting to the shooters and making an impact.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the middle. And the dunk by Grant.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Ball against Murray. Ball kicks to Okafor. Right side Favors. Looking to end the run. Back to Okafor. And Okafor slams it in.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Easily outside. Pass to Murray. Easily outside. Rocket 6. Pass to Jokic.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. And he knocks down the first one.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Denver making a switch here. Morris is checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
Here's Beasley, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And Beasley, no good on that one. And Brent, while he's mostly a 3 and D type player, Malik Beasley is improving in other areas as well.
Yeah, it's interesting noticing the passing and how that has improved. It's a nice wrinkle to Malik Beasley's game, who really coming into the league was all about force, getting the ball, straight line drives, attacking the defense, rising up, trying to dunk on guys. His ability to slow down and see the floor is going to help enhance what he can do offensively.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Jackson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. At one point, they led by 16. Morris finds Jokic. Here's Craig, covered by Okafor. Shot clock at 5. Out to the right wing. Here's Jokic. And he drops it in from the low post. Jokic has got 9 points now in the quarter.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Jackson down low. He's against Morris. Jackson misses. Denver leading by 12. Craig can't get it to go.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Morris against Ball. Pass to Okafor. No good there. Good defense by Jokic. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That free throw, no good. And the Nuggets with some changes. Plumlee comes in for Jokic. And it's Jamal Murray in for Malik Beasley. Hayes, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Etuan Moore comes in for Frank Jackson. Good on the second free throw. Pelicans trail by 13. Hart the pass to Hayes. Now here's Ball. 1:16 left in the third. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
How about the strength on display there by Ball? Not the biggest guy out there, but he wills these shots in despite the physical contact.
One shot.
That's good from Ball.
And you look at Lonzo Ball, certainly high expectations for this young man. One and done at UCLA. How about second overall pick? That's brought some undue pressure.
Murray, good.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
The pass to Melly. Kicks it to Ball. Pass to Melly. Over Morris. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to 10 points. Again, thanks to that one from Maley.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Grant outside. Lots of room. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Melly's got his 4th rebound in this one. Moore outside. 16 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
For New Orleans, they have shot 50% from the line on 10 attempts. That's a few too many misses.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. There's 10 seconds left in the 3rd. Now here's Murray. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good. And so it's Denver in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Back to the action after this word. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Nuggets leading by 8. They've got Morris. Plumlee out there with Grant. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Craig in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Ball no good. And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. At one point, they led by 16. Craig passes to Plumlee. And Ball comes to help. And Plumlee kicks to Craig. 6 on the shot clock. Morris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 8 now on the night. Moore with it. Pass the ball. The tray nailed from three-point land.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
For the Nuggets, Paul Millsap's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Martin comes in for Torrey Craig. And Harris subbed in for Monte Morris. And the Pelicans also making a change. Ingram, he's checked in for Ejuan Moore. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
They've done very, very well in transition. The problems have come in other areas, which is why they're trailing.
Harris outside. Murray outside. Shoots over Ball. Murray, no good. Pelicans trail by 5 to the inside. Hart, no good. Murray outside. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And some good anticipation there. Murray quickly out, leaking in transition and filling the lane.
Here's Ingram. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. That's 10 points for Brandon Ingram.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Plumlee, the pass to Murray. Teardrop shot. The offensive rebound. He can't hit that time.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Ball, the pass to Hayes, and that one drops.
I love how Ball moves the rock. Incredible instincts on the offensive end.
Derek Favors checked in for New Orleans. Holiday comes in for Ball.
Shot.
Hayes, no good on the free throw. Denver leading by 3. Here's Barton. He feeds it to Millsap. And it's blocked. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. Hart, that's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. At one point, they led by 16. Millsap against Holiday. Millsap misses. Here's New Orleans. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Here's Favors, and a slam dunk by Favors.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Passes it to Plumlee. Holiday against Murray. Back to Plumlee. Just 5 to shoot. He kicks it to Murray. For 3. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 6th rebound on the night. Up the floor. And Favors gets it to go in on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 5 assists in the game. There's the pass to Millsap. Makes it off the glass.
You can see how comfortable Millsap is right now. His confidence growing.
The Pelicans have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the 4th quarter. Terrific shooting. Here's Hart looking for Favors. He gets it there. Feeds it to Hayes. The shot, no good. Nuggets trail. And that one's good. Millsap.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Ingram passes to Hayes. Here's Hart, guarded by Harris. Pass to Favors. From about 16. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. And New Orleans also making a change. Williams is checked in. The Nuggets shooting reasonably well, 45%. Murray, the pass to Harris. Back to Murray. Inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
He's off on the second.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Here's Ingram. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And one of the major pieces of the Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Brent figures to be a big piece for this Pelicans team.
So much talk about Brandon Ingram and potential unrealized, and maybe some stability around this new organization with head coach Alvin Gentry is going to bring out the best in Brandon Ingram.
And that one misses.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
Barton dishes to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Pulls it from 20. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Here's Harris. And the layup falls. Now it's a 4-point Denver lead.
Now Harris does a good job forcing himself past the defense on that drive to the interior.
Here's Ingram. It counts. And the foul. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And the more you hear about Drew Holiday, a magnetic personality. He really connects with his teammates.
It'd be very interesting to watch the growth of Drew Holiday in that aspect this year, Kevin, with all of the additions of young, unrealized talent. Zion Williamson, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram. Drew Holiday has got to be much more of a conductor this year, along with keeping his levels of performance elite.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Down low, here's Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Holiday against Murray. Passes it to Hart. Back to Holiday. And Favors kicks to Holiday. Over Murray. And he overshot that one, missing.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
And the pass to Jokic. Outside for Millsap. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Favors has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. That's a tough one to swallow here in the fourth.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. Jokic passes to Millsap.
Well, you think about the season that Millsap was injured 2 years ago and how much that took away some development. Then a year later, Denver does some great things with Millsap in the lineup. Then they re-sign him this offseason thinking they can take another step. And Paul Millsap, such a good, solid defender and scorer, was devastating for them in the playoffs and a source of valuable offense on that end. Paul Millsap, the veteran and the adult in the room for this Denver team.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap.
And Paul Millsap has been underrated for most of his career. A consistent double-double threat and has performed at an all-star weekend.
Both free throws good for Millsap.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Pelicans trail by 5. Holiday left side. Ingram outside. Shoots over Barton. That misses off the backboard. Denver shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%. Here's Murray. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they've had him bottled up here in the fourth, just 2 of 7 from the field.
They get a hand on it. Pass to Ingram. Lock at 6. Fades. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make them pay.
You might see this in the early part of the game, but at this stage in the game, that's just really something unacceptable. He's a great mid-range scorer.
Over in the corner, Williams. And the 3 off target. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Murray. 2 points. That one goes. Murray's got 10 points in just the second half.
And Murray's the kind of shooter that you appreciate in the flow of the game, but when he gets in this kind of rhythm, look out.
Holiday attacking. And good that time.
And really, that is a tremendous shot by Holiday there. His team really has momentum now.
On the wing, Harris. Here's Hart, guarded by Harris. From 13. And Derek Favors with the slam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here's Millsap. Good on the bucket. Millsap's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Now that's why Millsap is such a counted-on player, just knows how to hit the big ones.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
Grant, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And the Pelicans also making a change. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Hart. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a 5-point game. We've got 1:55 left in the game. Good on the shot.
Killing them softly there. Holiday with the floater over the top. And that puts the D in a tough spot.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're leading by 3. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Now Murray tries from 16, and it's Jokic missing. Redick dishes to Holiday. Ingram up top. It's Redick on the wing. He's covered by Murray. Redick passes to Favors. 4 on the shot clock. There's the double team with Grant. Stolen by Grant. Here we go, one-on-one. And Barton throws it down.
Unreal shot from Will Barton at a key point in the game. In those tough shots, looks simple.
Holiday against Murray. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Drew Holiday.
That's the kind of player Holiday is, craving the opportunity to be the man in that situation.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Money!
Jokic needed it, and he got it.
And here's Holiday. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
So you want to get your coach fired up? Do something like that right there. That kind of loss of concentration will drive your coach crazy.
Here's Murray, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Excellent display from Drew Holiday, running the fast break well and finding a way to nail that shot.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the rejection by Favors.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that 3.
It counts. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're up by 1. 11 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
Jamal Murray continuing to play with a fearlessness. Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. 9 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, GA. Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And stolen by Harris. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
So we see Denver get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a